So happy to have you guys on. Thank you for making the time. And I believe it's going to be worth it on everything that we're going to share. So I'm Daniel Parison. I'm one of the speakers. I'll be sharing some insights today on things that you can do. I have with me Folakemi Falodun and also Tolu Lokbe Akinyele from Google. And as most of you would have read from the introductions, we're basically trying to give actionable steps and insights to achieve two things, particularly during this period. The first thing is getting your business online, if it is not currently online. And the second thing is ensuring it's visible and you're able to collect payments or make payments. Visibility and payments really are two of the critical pillars for running and growing a successful business. So Tolu Akinyele is with Google. She's going to be covering quite a lot of in-depth material on how to ensure you're online, visible, and reaching the right people. Folakemi Falodun is the general manager for our digital financial services at Paga. And this covers a wide range of things, right? Some offline and online, particularly online digital financial service. And then I will bring it home in the end, using both your visibility and the business lines and revenue opportunities that you're able to harness. And I will speak to how you can ensure that you're driving growth and not just running or managing your business, right? Now, the next thing we're going to do, I'm just going to jump right in and introduce Folakemi. Folakemi, please, over to you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Daniel, for the introduction. Once again, apologies for the amount of time we had to take before starting. And we hope that this session will be useful for you guys. And thank you for joining. So let me just start by helping to create some background and context to why this session is important. I will quickly run through why we need to be visible online. Especially now, seeing how many things have changed even in the last couple of weeks and months. We now know for sure that the world around us is changing, and there's a need for us as businesses to step up and find new ways of meeting with our customers and creating value while we increase our revenue sources. So it's important more than ever to transition our businesses to digital from what we are traditionally familiar with. So I'll say the first point here to note is with an online business, you are able to reach a larger audience, and the cost of doing so it's significantly minimal in comparison to the other traditional methods, largely because of your proximity to your customers. Your business is only a tap away from anyone who is trying to access your business, your service or products. Also, online allows you to catch up with the trends and provide more relevance around your product and the needs of your customers. Also, in these times, the best way for you to remain competitive as new businesses come up and they disrupt the space is continuously revising and improving your digital strategy. A lot of us may be familiar with the Blockbuster and Netflix story. In the interest of time, I won't go into that detail, but you can go online to search more to get more context on that. Also, with digital businesses, you're able to get a lot more data analytics that helps you to improve your proposition to your customers, further helping you to entrench loyalty with your businesses, with your customers. Also, with digital businesses, you're able to increase your market share. And a case in point here is what we found in Lagos, in Nigeria, Uber coming into the space, and how that pretty much just took away the market share from yellow taxis. There are a lot of content as well that you can find online around that. Lastly, I'll just mention that the cost of doing businesses online is relatively cheaper than what we're currently familiar with, especially because of the cost on real estate. Online real estate is much more cheaper than the physical real estate that we have. And, you know, there are other components that come with it that makes it more effective. So moving on, I will just quickly touch on, and you know, this part, I think my colleague Daniel and also Tolu will be able to give some more detail, but just to introduce here, how do you take your business from traditional means to digital? The first thing you have to think about is, how do you revise your business model? How do you revise your models? What are the things, your processes, what are the things that you currently are doing now that may not be relevant when you transition, right? For instance, customer support. How do you provide customer support? There's some things that are currently, that you currently do as a brick and mortar that you probably will have no need for the moment your business transitions into digital. And there's some things missing today that you would now need to introduce in order for you to be efficient, right? Also, you need to now extend your domain from physical to online, right? And there are so many ways you can do this. You can either create a website, set up a social media account, create apps, or do all three, right? Depending on what resources that you have access to. And today, Tolulope will be telling us more about how we can. Also, I would go into some detail how you can take advantage of what you currently have today. And then once that is figured out, the next thing you want to think about is, how do you create a secure way for you to collect payments from your customers, right, online? And you know, in a short while, I'll be giving you some detail around some of the solutions that Paga has to help you collect payments remotely. Lastly, once you've set up properly, everything is working, you want a way to take your business to your customers. And that's where digital marketing comes in. We will focus this session on how to leverage Google My Business to drive visibility for your business at relatively no cost, right? Now, going into Paga's secure payment solutions, the first one I would like to introduce here is what we call the Paga Pay Me page. And it's in the sense of it, it's very simple and straightforward. And it's probably the least, point for anyone who doesn't have access to build their own website or to integrate an API, and you just want to start today and now. You can go to Paga, register a business account on Paga, and as soon as you do that, you go ahead to create this page. And this page really is like a pseudo website, if we could call it that. So it serves the same purpose as a website will typically do, by providing information about your business and about the services and products that you're offering. At the same time, you're able to create a payment link that you can share on other platforms, right? And Tolulope will also tell you how you can link a page like this to your Google My Business. And this platform just helps you to kick off immediately, right? It supports multiple payment sources. You can either fund, customers can pay you either using their Paga wallet or using their bank cards or bank account, right? So it gives a lot of flexibility. The second one I'll point out is our checkout. And this is really a payment gateway that allows you to automate real-time payments for your business. Now, this is embedded into your platform. So we have APIs that you can integrate if you already have a website for you to make payment, to collect payments. And this gives you, with this account, you're also able to receive payments from multiple sources. Paga, you can use your Paga wallet to pay by just logging in with your email address and password, or you can use your bank card or your bank account to make payments directly, right? The last gateway here that I want to mention is the Paga Connect. Now, this is slightly different from what most people may be familiar with, and it's really a wallet in an app. So what we've tried to do is, we know that sometimes there may be difficulties after you've created your app, set up your business. You don't want to start going through the rigor of setting up a new wallet system. And this gives you the opportunity to embed a wallet within your app or your platform, right? And as soon as your customers have linked their Paga wallet to the wallet on your space, in your space, they're able to make instant and one-click payments for your services continuously. So if I log into, so this snapshot gives an example of one of the businesses that we support on Paga using Paga Connect. As soon as, because I have logged in already, every time I need to access this service, it's a one-click away, right? I don't need to log in anymore. I don't need to share password. It's a very secure platform for you to collect payments and, you know, debit wallets. And also lastly, this also provides for you a secure way of registering your customers and, you know, providing login processes that are smooth and straight to the point. Now, apart from these gateways and these, you know, collection points, there's also collections that we do to support businesses on our platform directly. That is, you're integrating to collect payments on Paga, thereby accessing our over 15 million unique customers, right? And customers come to Paga through all of the channels available out there on the app, where we have the Paga app on the Android and iOS. Also, we have our web platform and USSD for those who do not have access to the internet or who do not have a smartphone or laptop. They can still access your services and pay your businesses. And lastly, we have the agent network. As you're probably familiar with, we have the largest agent network in Nigeria today, with over 24,000 businesses helping to deliver financial services across the country. So we have presence in every 36 states of Nigeria, and these are folks who we've empowered to help to complete digital payments on behalf of businesses on our platform. So in summary, I mean, the Paga platform is very simple, it's fast, and it's flexible, right? And it's the quickest way for you to collect payments from your customers. I will pause there, and I will say, if you have any questions in terms of how to learn more, or you want to be part of any of the propositions I've just laid out, you can send us an email at business@paga.com, and we'll be able to take any questions and requests that you have from there. So let me hand it over to Tolulope from Google to create more context around how you can leverage digital marketing, especially Google My Business, to create visibility for your business. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Folakemi. So I'm just going to start sharing my screen, and then we can commence. I hope everyone can hear me fine, by the way.
Yeah, we can hear. Because if anybody can't hear, we're paying attention to the chat, right? Reach out to us there if you can't. Thank you.
Okay, are we good on my screen?
Yes, we are. You might want to put it into present mode now. Great.
Yeah,
we're good.
Perfect. Okay, so my name is Tolulope Akinyele, and I am a digital agency lead at Google for West Africa. And I suppose you can say, in summary, my job is to kind of encourage businesses to have a digital presence and make the most of their efforts on digital. So we're going to be speaking today about Google My Business. Daniel had said context regarding the new world in which we're living in. And now more than ever, it's actually important for businesses to have some form of online presence. And of course, with COVID-19, a lot of us were not expecting that, you know, we wouldn't be able to go into our shops or wouldn't be able to go into our places of work. However, I think it's fair to say that those people that were at least had some form of online presence, even though they were very highly impacted, they kind of had some form of, I don't want to say like a safety net for them to kind of fall on and for them to develop to ensure that at least they were able to meet their customers at their times of need. So we're going to be talking about Google My Business, and this is a free tool from Google, and the importance of Google My Business for small businesses and how we can make the most of this as we plan our digital strategy. So why is it important to be on Google? We all know why it's important to be on Google. I'm sure this morning a number of us made a couple of searches regarding one thing or the other. And once we ask Google, we're definitely expecting answers, right? So it's important because once people are searching for what your product is or your service or the kind of business that you have, you would expect a response. And that's kind of like how the kind of, that's kind of like what we think about when we're saying put your businesses on Google. Once people are searching for the kind of business you serve, we expect you to come up. Okay, so we know that the web helps businesses grow, and businesses that understand and adopt digital tools see the real benefits of this. Being online is now essential for small businesses, especially now that we're in these types of trying times. And if you want to attract more real-world customers, it's important that you're able to serve them at their point of need. So why is this important? So say, for example, if you have a shop, people at the moment want to be able to call you, know where your shop is. If they want to pick something up quickly, they would expect a website, and they will expect to actually find you, to be able to speak to you, right? Since now, going to the store is not top of mind. However, having just like, an online store, it does not really mean that you're going to be trustworthy online, because people want to know more about you. So, okay, fine, Tolu has a store on the website, but I don't know anything about her. I can't see any reviews. I don't know anybody that has actually interacted with her. I'm not able to call her when I want to ask questions. I don't even know what time her shop is open. I just know that she has a website, right? So this is where Google My Business comes in. For Google My Business, there are a couple of steps in which you need to complete. And we're going to go into these in details, but for you to get an idea of the reasons why we say Google My Business is important for your business. The first thing is you have to verify your business. Why? There are a number of businesses online that perhaps don't have, people don't trust because they don't feel their reviews, they've never heard anybody talk about it. It's just a website. There doesn't seem to be any form of interaction, etc. Once you're on Google My Business, your business is actually verified, so people actually trust your business. The second will be adding of phone numbers. Once we search, people may want to ask questions. It's important you add your phone number so your people are able to communicate with you. Also, for you to add a website link. So if you had a website, it's important for you to put this link. Like Falakemi was speaking about, if you have like a Paga Pay Me page or Paga Pay Me account, it's important that you put this link as well so people can actually come and pay for your service or your product. Add open hours. This is very important. When are you open? My business is open between 9 a.m., say for example, to 5 p.m. People want to know. Add a picture. So this is very, very interesting because very many times people just put the picture of their shop, but we're on social media and we know that pictures are actually very attractive, right? So how are we making the most of our Google My Business page to ensure that once people actually come onto our page, we're almost like engaging them with beautiful, wonderful pictures. We'll go a lot into these, but these are just like top line. And then ask your customers to share reviews. I know that I trust businesses that have reviews and people have actually spoken of or spoken about or given their experiences. And I'm sure we all kind of have that kind of sentiment. So it's important that for our businesses, we kind of encourage people to actually share their reviews. So we know that new customers will be adhered to actually engage with us. Why is this important? Why is it important for you to actually complete your listings, as I had said before? People find you reputable. So we found that with the research, there was a double amount of like recollection when it came to this business is actually reputable. So this is comparing empty listings with complete listings. The second was people are more attracted to visit your location because now they know a lot more about you. They know they can call you. They have directions to your website, to your store. They can see your website if you have a website, and they've seen reviews. So they're more likely to trust you. So they come and visit you. Also, purchase. 29% of people are more likely to purchase. And why are they likely to purchase? Because they know that people have engaged with you and you're not just a dud business, but you're a business that actually serves the needs of its customers, right? Or its potential customers. So 3 reasons for us to use Google My Business. If we go away with anything, it's important we know this. You stand out. And what do we mean by stand out? You can imagine search, if we all pick up our phones or our computers, once we search for a word, we expect to get a result. Now with Google My Business, you have the opportunity for actually dominating a large portion of that page. What does that mean? It means that people know that, okay, Tolu Stores, for example, serves my needs because she sells shoes and I'm looking for shoes. And so I might as well just engage with her because I'm dominating. I'm kind of showing that, you know what, I've done everything I have to do. I'm reputable. People, you can call me, you can come to my store. More people that have interacted with me have actually converted with me. So this is a great opportunity. We have standouts. Engaging with customers. This is an opportunity for us to have to message our customers, almost like a chat, right? So how did you find our service? How was our customer service? Would you like anything? Would you like an add-on, almost like an upsell? This is very good. So it's important because we can engage with our customers. The third thing is find new ones. You can imagine, most of the time when we're searching, we don't search for businesses or the names of a business. We most likely will search for a product or a service. Once your Google My Business listings are done properly, the possibility of people finding you for the service or the product you offer is higher than them actually finding you if they were searching for your business name, because they most likely would not know your business name, right? So these are the three key things that's important for us to remember when we're setting up our Google My Business listings. And we're going to just go quickly. We've spoken about this. When it comes to standing out, it's important that you make it count every time someone finds you on search and maps. So if I want to come into your business, it would be great for me to have directions on maps, right? And if I'm searching for something you offer, it would be great for me to see about your business, right? Where you are, your opening times, and your numbers, kind of like the examples beside. The next would be for you to engage with customers, like I had said before. Quickly, I'll rush through this, go through this. It lets you join in conversations about your business. So when people leave reviews, you can comment. Thank you very much for shopping with us. We're glad you enjoyed the experience. When people have complaints or people don't leave that great reviews, you can kind of address it. Oh, we're sorry, you're not happy with our service. How can we improve? And so on and so forth. Then also find new customers. It's easy to see how people find your business and interact with your listings. We're going to talk a lot more about this further on, but Google My Business has insights. This is amazing for businesses because you can actually see what are the demographic of people that are actually searching for coming into my listings. When they come, what are they looking for? What keywords were they looking for before they came into my listings? How long are they spending on my listings? Do they call me more, or do they come to my store more? Are they looking for directions more, etc? Those are things that you can actually, that insights you can actually get from Google My Business. So some of the features, and this is very important, and I'll just go through this very quickly. For standing out, remember when we went a couple of slides back when we spoke about the listings, when you're standing out, when we're talking about for you to stand out on Google My Business, it's important that you have your business information available, photos of your business, the website. So if you have a website, if you don't have a website, we have like a payment link, anything that can actually make people learn more about you and move to a portal you control so they can fulfill payments. That still works. If you have posts, so anything new product, maybe testimonials, etc. Another thing with the attributes of your business. So what makes your business different from the other person? What makes your business different from your competitors, etc. And category specific features. So what category of business are you? Are you in the catering? Are you in the fashion? Are you in the technology? Are you in beauty? Those are the kind of things when it would say stand out that we're expecting from your listings. The second would be for you to engage. What do we mean by engaging? Phone calls. Can people reach you? Reviews. Are people able to leave reviews? Questions and answers. Are you interactive? Message. Are you able to speak to people and then they speak to you back? Also booking. This is very important. So if, say, for example, you were a restaurant or a spa or a service provider, anything in which you would require people to actually book time slots, this can be very, very good because it means that we don't have to call you to ask for appointments. Everything is automatically handled from the back end. So I can actually come onto your website, put the times of what I want, the kind of service I want, and then click go. This is amazing. The third will then be insights, will be discovery. Insights, the people that are coming onto my website, who are they? What are they? What do they want? And eventually, once you feel like you're ready, you can then move to the ads. And the ads will be for you to actually put yourself out there. So once people are searching for you, you're paying a little bit of money to make sure that you are the one showing on the topmost of the Google page. Okay, a couple of things, just some stats to kind of buttress what we're talking about. 54% of people searching are actually looking for business hours. So it's important that we have our business hours, right? And because we know that 54% of people searching actually want to know what times are your business open. The next will be in terms of snapshots, turning your snapshots or your pictures into sales. 40% of people actually request for pictures or directions, right? So, and I know we all do this. So for me, if I'm buying something, I'm usually asking, okay, do you have more pictures? Can I see more angles, etc. Once you're able to actually provide this ahead of time, people are most likely to convert. The next will be create a free website in a couple of minutes. This is a feature that Google My Business has, and it's very, very beneficial for all businesses, especially if you don't have a website. There's the ability for you to create a free website in a couple of minutes. We know that with websites, there's between a 25% to a 35% of clicks when you have a website. So this is a very, very important feature for us to take advantage of. The third will be posts, bringing in business by sharing what is new. So for example, you can post a new product if you have that. You can post a new experience if it's something you offer. We know that, and if you have promotions, discounts, buy one, get one free, all those types of things, these are very important because we know that 50% of people are looking for promotions or discounts. So if you have anything like this that can attract people, this is a great opportunity for you to actually post as well to entice people to come into your store. Then attributes, let customers see what you have to offer. So are you doing sales? Are you able to do maybe pay small? Are you able to do maybe pay on delivery, etc.? People want to know the attributes that you offer. The next will be take advantage of category-specific features. So depending on the business category, you're able to see more features of your listings. So for example, some small businesses may have the option to include menus. So if you're a restaurant or if you made cakes or if you're a baker, you have the opportunity to include menus. I had said this earlier as well, if you were a store, people can actually make, if you were a restaurant, people can actually make reservations. These are very, very important features that we can take advantage of. The next will be engage. Call. 90% of people are most likely to visit your business if there is a phone number. I know I'm one of those people. I can speak up because I would like to call you. I like to hear a voice at the other end. I want to be able to know that this business actually exists. This business exists at the address that it says it exists at. And it's just kind of like a reassurance. So this is very important. It is important as well when we speak about phone calls that you dedicate a line to your business. Because many a times people use their personal lines and this is usually not the most optimum, especially when you have working hours and you've included these listings. You want to ensure that people actually know the times you open and they don't feel that they're going to your personal number. They feel like they're going to a proper institution. Reviews. 2 out of 3 people see positive reviews as an important buying criteria. Nobody wants to buy if there are lots of negative reviews. Also, nobody wants to buy if there are no reviews. So it's important that we encourage people that actually buy from us or use our services to leave their reviews and their experiences, to encourage more people to use our services or buy from us. Then it's important you answer customers' questions on Google. This is something we see a lot of the time. So our listings are done properly, everything is good to go, but people are asking us questions and you'll be like, 33 weeks ago, no response. This is usually a negative customer experience. It's important that once people ask questions, we answer or we direct them to information that is relevant to answering this question. This is something that's important for us to bear in mind. Discovery, insights. This is one of the most amazing features of Google My Business. You want to know what people are actually doing on your website when they come, or on your Google My Business listings. With this, you're able to see the amount of people that have viewed your business. When they viewed your business, what did they do on your business? Depending on how sophisticated you make your back end, you can see if they called you, and you can see if they valued your website. You can see if they want to actually, if they left reviews. So this is very, very good because it teaches you, or it helps you present yourself better on the front end of your Google My Business listings, right? So if you realize that people are not using your directions, or people are not finding your directions useful, then you can go and make your directions optimum. If you find that maybe people are having a negative experience when they call you, then perhaps maybe you can make sure the phone number is working, or you can make sure your customer service fulfillment is improved. Those types of things are very important for your business. Another thing is ads. Eventually, once your listings are done properly, then you can advertise on Google, and we're here when you're ready to advertise. However, we wanted to just focus on the free things and the free tools that you can use now, especially during this time, so at least you're visible and your business has some form of digital footprint. So while I wrap up, because of time, I wanted us to remember a couple of things. And as businesses with Google, we always think, focus on your customers and everything else will follow. And this is something that's very important for us to do, especially during this time. So the first thing is for us to focus on our customers. Who are our customers? What are they doing? Even if I have my Google My Business listings, how do I ensure that the right customers come to me as a business? And when the right customers come to me, how do I ensure that I fulfill what they want to get from me? This is very important. Another thing is tailoring your offering. One thing that is apparent more than ever is that business, for some of us, business as we know it, perhaps maybe may not be exact anymore. So we're now thinking of different ways, different ideas in which we can actually make ourselves kind of stand out a lot more, because perhaps maybe our businesses don't fall into the kind of environment that the world is in now. So it's important you tailor your offerings, and we should not be afraid of this. So say, for example, maybe if you're a tailor that did ready to wear, that did measure to wear clothes, perhaps now maybe you want to think about ready to wear and how you can then reach your customers. We know you can't come into our shops, but we're now offering ready to wear, and we're happy to deliver this to you. So those types of things, those are the kind of things you should be thinking about. Measure everything. Naturally, for us to know if we're making money, ROI is extremely important. What are our returns on investment? So once we have our Google My Business listings done, then we think about what are the stats based on this. If we're going to run any ads, then we want to know for every $1 spent, what am I getting back? Basically, for every one of our efforts, we need to make sure that we're able to at least see a correlation in our sales or an uptake of our business. So these are our key recommendations, and these are very, very important for you. And then for Google My Business, I know that the Paga team will be sending out an email with robust information as to how we can get verified Google My Business, and some trainings that we also offer at Google to ensure that you're up to date with your skills, and it's going to kind of like help you as a guide as we start our digital journey. But in the meantime, we have google.com/ng/business, and this is the website in which we can actually take the first steps to opening our Google My Business page. Thank you very much. That's it for me. And I suppose at the end we'll answer questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Tolu. So we have a few questions that are already coming in. I think we can take the first one now for you, Tolu, and then I will finish up. So the first question is this. This person is asking that they have not been able to change their date of birth, and so it's affecting their verifications on Google. What's the steps to take? They want to change date of birth on Google, for their business verification, and they haven't been able to do that so far.
Okay, so have they been able to, but they're able to upload and they have a profile, or they
Yes.
don't have access to their account as well at all? Because, so they're one of two things, right? If you have access to your account, you should be able to do this. In the event when you don't have access to your account, we would have to gain access to your account and have this change for you. We have a partner agency that does this for us and we work with closely. So Daniel, maybe what we can do is, I know we have an email address. If that person can just attention that email to me, and I'll make sure that we get back to them at least in 48 working hours, please.
Okay.
At
So,
most 48 working hours.
So Sahid Malomo, that was your question. Please reach out. We'll put the, Tolu, please put your email in the chat, whatever email they reach out to, in the chat for all the panelists. Okay, so the second question right now is to Folashade. And I believe, Folashade, my own roundup of this session will cover that. The question was, she said, thank you very much for the insightful training. However, please, how does Google My Business help a Paga agent in a fixed remote location? So, Tolu, our Paga agents are scattered around the country. Folakemi spoke to that. And she's wondering, how can Google My Business help them, even where they're located? One of the things that comes to mind for what you shared is the location services, right? Where you can actually define your location on Google My Business. So that's one way that people can already online know where your agent outlet is. That's, you can reach more people than the normal people that walk past your agent outlet. More other people will be able to come and know what they can benefit from your outlet because they can find you. Any other thing you'd want to add, Tolu?
No, I think that works.
Okay, so I'll dive straight into a quick roundup here, and then we'll do some more questions. Let me share my screen. Okay, thank you, everyone. So really, I want to just bring everything together and show how and why we're having this session. You know, it's no news what's going on around, but we need to keep growing. We need to keep making the best of our products and our services. And as an organization, we felt it would be necessary. This is the first in a few sessions that we're going to have, where we're going to use lessons from our own experience growing our business to give some insights to ensure that you can do yours and obviously be able to use our tools and platforms. So in high level, key thing we're pulling out is with Google, you can set up a Google My Business account. It makes you visible, whether you're an individual, a shop, small business, large business, makes you visible, you can be found, details about you. Now, the full cycle of ensuring your business is growing is being able to collect payments. It shouldn't cost you a lot to collect payments, right? And with Paga, we've created multiple ways depending on the requirements of your business. Why? Because ultimately we're looking to enable 1 billion people to access and use money. Now you might say there's not 1 billion people in Nigeria. Well, this is not an issue that is restricted to Nigeria. There's many countries that, starting with Nigeria, but we're growing into many countries to enable. But our focus on Nigeria is key, saying how do we make sure that we give people the right simple tools to access money and also make payments and make collections. This is a quick summary. In the recording, you'll see it, but it's just a bit more detail for those who don't know Paga in depth, right? We started in 2009 and officially launched in 2012. a large organization now across the country and in other areas across the world actually now too. But for us particularly, it's making payments simple, collecting and making payments. The simplicity to grow your business, right? Your business right now is pivotal. Everybody has something that they need to do to really drive growth, financial growth for themselves, for their families, and for their society. And for us, it touches on a big part of our brand essence, which is making life possible. Things have been quite difficult in the last few months, right? And we are doing what we can to ensure that we're making life possible and payments easier for people. 3 things if you're growing your business, right? There's many more, but 3 critical things. People need to know about your business, right? And these days, it's not just the people that are immediately around you. So this is where the Google My Business service becomes very interesting, which is why we partnered with them on this. Tolu has spoken to that. Obviously, you have to have your great products and services. It is critical now for you to ensure that you're doing a check-in with your current customers. How can we serve you better? What needs to change? Think about your pricing, think about promotions, think about use cases that may not have been required before, but with everything happening now, people are thinking differently as to how they want to do certain things. Think about that too, in refining your products and your service. And then obviously, payments. You need to be able to digitally, on the go, collect payments, instant gratification, not having to wait too many days before you actually see that, because we understand that, particularly as small businesses, the money you get is what you turn over to do more, right? Everything Folakemi spoke about is really about making our payments easy, right? So this is our solution. It cuts across multiple devices, and I'll show you a bit more. As a business, you can leverage our in-app payments, right? So you have your own app or you have your own web application, you can put Paga into it. People come to it and they can make the payments there. Online and offline payments. You have the mobile app, you have USSD, which is *242#. Anybody across any network, we are not tied to any particular network. Whatever network you're on, you can set up a Paga account to begin to receive payments and also make your own payments. And then obviously there's our website. Also reaffirming for those who missed the earlier part of the session, we have the agent network. Now the agent network is an offline channel and we have the largest agent network right now in the country. The great thing about the agent network is this: when you join Paga as a business, your business can be on the agent network platform. So people can pay you online through using app or whatever other means, but they can also go to your agent outlets and say, okay, I want to pay for DSTV, GoTV, I want to buy a pair of shoes, whatever it is. It can be plugged into the agent network so you can make your bill payments there also. We also help businesses with bulk disbursements, right? So you have a group of drivers or a workforce or your hospitality team, you can make bulk payments. And something very critical for us is our customer service. We run a 24/7 customer service setup, which ensures that at whatever time of day you're able to reach us. To reach us, it's service@mypaga.com. It's really that simple, service@mypaga.com or service@paga.com. So these are the digital channels. With these, you can have your own account. You can set it up, you can start collecting payments today, right? It literally is that quick. You can start collecting payments today. Folakemi spoke about the Pay Me page. When you log on to your account, you're able to begin. Excuse me. Sorry about that, I'm back. So, when you sign up with any of these channels, you're able to begin making payments, and also begin receiving payments. We find that there's a lot of people who sign up to Paga, and the first thing is they're requesting payments. It can be anything to pay rent, it can be anything. You can request money from even your customers, right? And they're able to pay with their cards, with a transfer. We make it simple. Also, so going into a bit, you're able to send and request money today. We're finding that we've seen an extraordinary growth in the last 3 months of small business, macro business owners that sign up for an account. They share their Paga account number, which is like a new bank number. So people can pay you directly from any bank account. They can pay direct and it's instant into your account, into your Paga account. From there, you're able to then do multiple things with your money. The recipient, when you're sending money to somebody else, that person does not have to have a Paga account. Right? That's something that we need to make clear. That person does not have to have a Paga account. They will receive an alert that they have received money, and it's a simple step either on USSD, SMS steps, or email. They will receive the steps, and once they follow those steps, it's about 3 things they need to do. The money is theirs to take and use for whatever means that they need. You can transfer from any bank into your wallet. You can link all your bank accounts and save all your debit cards. So these things make it easy for you to really set up your full payment structure for your business online or offline, right? 242 across all networks. You can make all the payments that are available on the Paga platform. You can do these payments also via 242. When you join us as a business with certain criteria, we're able to offer payment strings for your particular business. So people can also pay you simply using *242. This is the agent network. Multiple agents scattered around. We work with a lot of the chain stores also. So Health Plus, Med Plus, the Domino's stores. There's a myriad of stores that also offer the Paga services. So once you get on Paga as a business, you are able to begin to be visible online, as Tolu also mentioned, but even offline across our network. Anybody can go into any of these stores and request to make a payment to your business. We're scattered around the country, 25,000 and growing. And so far, we've been able to achieve, actually, we're about to hit 16 million users. And we may have already hit that. But then we're about to hit these, these are the things that we've been able to do over the last few years. And there's 6,000 businesses right now and growing. We also are providing, for certain businesses that are on the Paga system, we're providing co-marketing, we're providing promotions, right? Because we know that it's not as simple as setting up your page, setting up your payments. You need people to know and reach you, right? And we also help co-market with you to drive your business awareness. These are a few of the businesses that we are supporting. Some of them for the last 7 to 8 years, some of them are new. Some of the 16 businesses that we support. So this really is a summary, right, of everything that it is that we can do in helping you grow your business. First, helping you, as Tolu has shared, in growing your visibility. And once you're visible, people want to pay. You need to be able to also collect those payments in a simple manner. You have the USSD, you have the app, you have the website, and many more options. And if your system is more sophisticated and you want to make your payments inside your app or your website also, that's something we can help do. Now, a critical thing that I should mention is this. Payments on Paga are free. Meaning, if anybody is on Paga and sends you money, they don't pay any charges. If you are on Paga and you send somebody else money, you don't pay any charges. Paga to Paga is free. And the critical reason to know this is one of the biggest costs sometimes to running a business is the transfers that you're making, right? We have made it that anybody, and remember the recipient doesn't have to have a Paga account. So Paga to another Paga user, even if they don't have the Paga account prior, once they receive the money, they become a Paga user, that transaction is free. Now think about all the transfers and transactions that you are doing regularly and how much you could save by bringing them on Paga, right? So we're helping to make your payments possible, easing your collections and easing your own payments out across these different channels. So we'll take some questions now. Because we started a bit late, I apologize that we will be able to go on for at least another 10 to 12 minutes. If you're able to stay with us, we'd appreciate that. And this extra time is really just to answer questions. So I'll go to the first few questions that we're seeing, if my Zoom will allow. Okay, so one question we have, I'll start from the latest one. Nelson, you said, when I was vending jam pin earlier this year, the only problem I had was limit on daily transactions. How do I upgrade? Pretty simple, we can help with that. I would ask that you email service@mypaga.com, right? We'll be able to actually give you detailed information on how to do that so you can raise your daily transactions. Make sure that if you're using the consumer app, you have finished your KYC, right? There's a few questions there that will increase your transaction limits. Somebody says they've been trying to verify that Google My Business, but it's not working. Also the account name. So again, we'll share details there so that you can reach out to Tolu and the Google team. Okay, we have a new one coming. Somebody says, is there a cost to having an online payment system? If yes, who will be responsible for the extra costs? So there's no cost to setting up this online payment system. Even the way we've explained it, you can actually do it free. If you set up a Paga account today, one of the services in there is Just Paga Me. You send somebody your Just Paga Me link and they make the payment with that link, free to you. If you run a store, we also have in-store payments that are possible. And again, that's free to you. So one thing we will do is in the follow-up email, we'll share account information on how to set up these, but there are no costs for setting up. Now, depending on your business type, there may be transactional costs if you are making the payments out, but we'll be able to break that down for you. Benefits of becoming a Paga agent. There are numerous benefits of becoming a Paga agent. One of the key things is that you're helping your community to drive business and life in the community. The second is you're growing your earning potential, right? As you vend Paga services, you get commissions. So the more you do, the more of the mix of Paga services that you vend, the more commissions that you earn. We have people who have set up Paga agencies, and over a year to two have created multiple Paga agencies because the demand is there. That's also why we're growing and supporting many businesses.
Daniel,
yeah.
There is a question here from Ayode Akinfemiwa.
Okay.
And asked, how do you integrate Paga for online payment collection as an e-commerce platform? So I'll just quickly take that. The first thing you need to do, you go to www.paga.com/business to set up a business account and visit our landing page, www.paga.com, to access our API documentation for our payment gateway APIs. And we would be able to also provide support to you to integrate that those APIs into your platform. So really it's dependent on how, the strength of your IT team and together with our support.
Falakemi, just to confirm, it's /business, right?
/business, yes.
Okay, I've just sent
www.paga.com/business.
Yes, I'll just put that in the chat. Another question says, to Paga, please, I have a Paga personal account. Please, is it possible to turn it into an agent account and start earning something? Good question. So right now, it's not possible for you to just turn it into an agent account and start earning because there are different requirements when you become an agent than if you're just a customer. However, very soon we're coming out with a program that will enable you either as a customer, if as a customer, to begin earning on any transactions you do on behalf of others. However, if you do want to start earning, I would say email us at service@paga.com and we'll be able to give you the key details to get you up and running as an agent. Now, another question from Adura Gbemi. How can I use Paga for drop shipping business? I sell wigs, but I don't have a shop. My wig business is like a drop shipping one. So I believe that's something that is also really possible with adopting some of the things that Tolu spoke about. If you create your Google My Business page, first you'll be visible. It's like your shop, but online, since you don't have a physical shop. You do a lot of the publicity on that, and then you have your payment link on that Google My Business page, or just send the people your Just Paga Me link. Now, your Just Paga Me link is in your platform once you sign up to Paga. So once you send in your Just Paga Me link, they're able to make those payments to you, and then obviously you deliver the goods, right? So it's actually pretty simple, and a lot of the businesses that we're finding are like yours, right? They don't have a physical outlet. They need people to know and see them, and they need to make payments. So get online, get on Google My Business, put your payment link in there. To set up your payment link, just open a Paga account. You'll see a Just Paga Me link, and you're able to use it. Another way, as Falakemi said, is your Pay Me page. Again, if you set up a Paga account, you have a Pay Me page. On that Pay Me page, you're able to list out black wigs, gray wigs, bronze wigs, and straight away people can come there, click, and pay for whichever one they want. You get the instant alert into your Paga account, and then you can obviously make the payment. So,
just to add some more color, I wanted to just clarify that, there are three business types that you can have on Paga. There is the agent account, there's the business account, and there's the personal account, right? So for a small business, you can choose between the personal account and the business account, right? Depending on how much information you have at your disposal, you would determine which one of this, either you set up a business account or you set up a personal account. Either ways, we're able to provide you a link to kick off your business as soon as you've created an account, as well as gone through the required verification for your account and set up a payment link. So both our consumer account and business accounts can you can have this payment links. For the consumer account is the Just Paga Me link that Daniel just spoke about. While if you're setting up a business account, you can immediately get a URL payment link on the Pay Me page, right? So just wanted to give that clarification.
Thank you for that, Karen. So I'm just looking to see if there are any other new questions. I don't see any particular new ones.
Daniel,
a lot of questions are.
Sorry, Daniel.
Yeah.
Sorry, in the questions and answers, sorry to interrupt.
No,
Abiodun was asking a question about the sixth. He says to Google, please, the 6 listings. So I said, easy steps to complete your Google My Business listings. They were asking about the 6th one. he was asking about the sixth one. So the sixth one is reviews. And we spoke about this. It's important that you encourage people to leave the experiences and the expenses they've had with either your service or your product. So the sixth one was the reviews. Okay?
Okay. So our building's got that. The sixth one was the making sure you have reviews. Umar Ali says, I have a laundry business. How do I get more clients service by using a Paga account? So there's two answers there. One, once you sign up on Paga as a merchant, we support you in co-marketing. We do this over time with our different merchants to reach our audience, especially the audience that is close to you and thus relevant to you. The second way is that if you create a Google My Business page, again, you're able to give a description, testimonials of your service, and show location. So people around you that search laundry business or laundry, wash my clothes, whatever it is, will then find you as one of the options, right? And then they're able to also connect and make payments, right, before, after the service, without even physically seeing you, especially in these times that we're in. So that's two ways. Paga will support you with co-marketing, which we do with our merchants, and also the Google My Business setup helps you get that publicity also, which will then bring you the clients that you're requesting. Okay, we have another one. Does Paga support Shopify store for payments? Good question. At this time, we don't support Shopify. We have a WooCommerce plugin and a few other plugins that work for different store types. At this point, I don't believe we support Shopify, but it's something that we will look into to set up the integration that would help that work. But this time, no, we don't. Somebody says, how can a person who isn't in this webinar get the information just discussed? So we've recorded it, and we will also we'll share the recordings with people who have attended. In addition, if you email service@mypaga.com, we're able to answer any of these questions for you. What will also at the last slide of this deck, I'll show, gives my email address and Falakemi's email address. So you're also able to reach us with any unique questions that you have, right? So we can get you through, especially if you know somebody who was not able to attend. Another, wow, questions are now pouring in. Does Paga have, Samson Sanyolu said, does Paga have a WordPress plugin to be installed like Paystack? Yes, we do. We have a WordPress plugin. And yes, so once again, you email us, service@paga, we'll be able to get you on the journey to integrating that. Just checking through for any other new questions. Okay, an anonymous attendee says, thank you, Paga and Google. What part of the Paga agency business can be digitalized? So while you're in a physical location, there's many things you can do digitally to grow the awareness of your location and grow your business there. The first thing, again, is if you set up a Google My Business account, that helps you pinpoint on the map and give people directions. So it's not just the people in your immediate community that know, but even broader, people who are further away but can reach you. They know, hey, you're able to use digital to enhance your visibility and your reach. That's the first part. The second part is marketing, right? When you come on as a business with Paga, we're able to help you with co-marketing. And if you're an agent already, we're already helping with marketing, right? So those two things are digital processes that will bring more. Now, your tool, or the tools you also use are digital platforms, right? There's also something, if you're an agent, that is called agent virtual services, right? And as an agent, you're able to reach as many customers and sign those customers up. There are multiple ways we can or digitalize your agent's business. Okay, so Arinze, the recording of the event will come to you. We'll send it in the email after the session. So I'm conscious of your time. We're about to hit an hour from where we began. We have a couple of minutes to go. So I think it will be best to now move into just basically to close up here, right? And I'll close up in this way. You've been running your business for a while, or you just started your business. It's critical for you to have visibility. People need to know what you offer. Google My Business does that great for you. Once you set that up, you're also able to set up payment collections using the Paga payment platforms. In addition to offering you a payment service, we ensure that we're co-marketing with you, whether it's localized marketing or it's broad Paga marketing, showing the different types of vendors and merchants that we have. And so those are key ways that you can ensure you're visible to the right people, you're managing the experience of your customers, and you're helping them make payments easily, safely, and quickly, right? So that's how we are coming together to help you with driving payments. We thank you very much for the time, for making the time. Any last words from Falakemi and Tolu?
No, but just thank you guys for having us. Well, Google me. It was a pleasure. Please make sure you reach out if you have any questions. I know the Paga team will be sending out email addresses, and hopefully we take steps to being digitally, I suppose, present. Thank you.
I mean, for me, thank you very much for taking the time today and sitting through the session. It's really been a pleasure sharing with you. We'll be sharing the videos and the content of this presentation. Also, please don't forget, if you have any comments or questions regarding how you want to set up your business on Paga, do not forget to message us at business@paga.com. And you can also reach out to us individually, Daniel at @Paga, and myself, @Paga.com. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you all very much. We'll be ending the session now. Thank you. Be safe, just Paga it.
Yeah.